Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a recap again, and this is going to be WHF taking on North Awakens. As you can see, WHF did get the victory, 87 to 78. We did outmatch them 2 Town 11s. We were even on the 12s, but we had 2 more Town 11s than they did, which they ended up having 2 more 10s than us. So we did have the advantage, but we did get the victory. We were close to almost getting all the bases here. We just left number 1 2-starred. Since we already had the war kind of wrapped up a while ago, we got all but one of the 12s. 2 of them were fresh. I'm going to show you both of those fresh 12v12s in a little bit. Got quite a bit, and we got my 12v12. I did get a 6-pack, but I'm going to show my fresh, the final hit that I did. So you don't want to miss that. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So we're going to start off with these replays here, and this is going to be Dauntless Dial coming in with a dragon attack. And he's doing this dragon attack with no lightning spell and earthquake, so no zapquake. Interesting. I haven't seen this done without the zapquake. I've seen it done with the zapquake where you zap 2 air defenses, but this time he decides not to go with that. So let's see what he decides to do here. So you're going to see the baby dragon come down, act as a little bit of kind of cleanup to kind of grab some of these buildings. The balloons are going to come in and help remove the mortar and kind of follow this blimp as the blimp is going to go through the base straight to the town hall. All right, so let's see what is the objective of this blimp. One, it's pulling some traps. He's also going to drop the haste. Okay, what is he going to be able to grab? He pulls the Seeking Air Mine. So where the balloons go next? They go from there. Man, he gets I don't know if he gets a little lucky or was that fully planned, but he ends up removing both air defenses right there, and they split perfectly to grab that. Nice job, Dial, of kind of realizing that. And so let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he drops his queen right up top. The queen's responsibility is to remove that air defense there and the wizard tower and kind of that clean up trash over there. But the reason why he kind of did that is because look at the sweepers. The sweepers are both pointed this way, right? So he has no worries to fight into a sweeper. When you do a dragon hit, you really don't want to fight into a sweeper. That can be detrimental to a dragon because they're too slow to combat it. And so you're going to see the queen going to be responsible for this section that up here. And if you don't want to fight the sweepers, that means your only choice is to fight the base this way and move up just like that. And that's what you're going to see Dial do here as kind of he progresses in this hit. So the queen is going to remove some of the storage. He doesn't need to worry about the other air defense because by the time that the queen gets it, the lava hound's not going to make it over there. It's all good. The queen just has to get it down in the raid, and it's a GG. The sweeper is fighting back right here. So you do see the sweeper fighting back, but it's not enough as the dragons and balloons are going to push through. You're going to see another rage spell get dropped over the queen so the dragons can be under rage and take her down quickly. And he knew this base was already hit before, so he knew it was in the CC. He didn't have to essentially worry about it. I believe there was probably like a lava loon in there, so there was no worries. And then you can see these dragons just making their push through the base just like this. So if you can see a base similar to this where there's air defenses close to one another and then the sweepers are not protecting them, maybe you can do this where you can send the blimp and balloons to take out 2 air defenses, and then maybe your queen can pick off another one, and then you can send all the dragons through the air away from the sweepers and just overwhelm the base just like Dial does here. Beautiful hit, 10v10 here. So now let's go ahead and actually jump up to the 11s. So let's go ahead and take a look at number 7. We got Hexagram coming in with a Queen Walk Hogs. Oh, and I didn't say that last hit, the dragon hit, was a fresh hit too. So I guess it wasn't scouted already. So I was wrong there. But let's go ahead and see this queen charge hog here. So he's going to queen walk. And so what is he going to try to get? Why does he queen walk the space? Well, he believes that he can get his queen all the way into here to grab the eagle, right? That's what he believes he can do. So let's see what his plan is. So he doesn't have to really funnel anything because the queen will kind of step up in her range and pick that off, and then she's going to walk this way. And then he decides to drop his king to go ahead and funnel this stuff. which means that the queen's going to get stuck here and pick this stuff off, and then she's going to have nowhere to go but into this base just like that. And you're going to see that he has no wall breakers, but he does have a wall wrecker, right? So the wall wrecker is going to make a beeline straight for the town hall just like that and open up these compartments. So if that wall wrecker was a little later, that king didn't take down that, queen could have walked, but nice deployment on the wall wrecker and nice timing is going to get through the space here. And okay, here's the key right here. This wall wrecker has no chance of getting this wall unless one thing happens and only one thing happens. And that one thing is using the warden ability. Look, there's the baby dragon. There's some Valkyries. There's no way he's going to fight through all that with the queen, enemy queen on him. So he's going to have to pop the warden ability because it's absolutely critical to get this next layer of wall down so that one, the Valkyries can come out of it and do damage, and two, the queen can follow it in and grab and take that down. But if you take a look at this right here, even if let's say this wall was connected and he didn't break it, the queen standing right here, right? This would be the queen spot right here. She cannot grab that. Trust me, you think she can, but it is a normal kind of one defensive way. But because this one is like four kind of tiles, she can't reach that. So that wall has to be open. So even if there's one defense in front of the eagle next to a wall, she can't reach over the wall to grab the eagle. That's just how it works. So he had to bust that wall open so that the queen can follow in to get to the eagle, as you can see right here. So he's going to wait until the queen's definitely getting the eagle, gets the eagle down, and now if you look at the base, right? So look what the base is remaining. He's got this portion of the base. It's kind of like an L shape, right? We've discussed many times like an L shape. So he removed this section like this with his kill squad, and now he's just going to come over along the base just like this and move his way like that through the base, and going to be able to pretty much, I don't think he ends up swagging anything because he ends up pushing through. So you see he already used the warden ability, but the queen doesn't go down because the queen did have ability. So you're going to see these hogs, drops the heal. There is a Tesla kind of farm up top, so usually when you find a Tesla farm, you're going to find some giant bombs. He found some spring traps. There might be a giant bomb next to that mortar kind of going in. Yep, there's one. And some small bombs. So kind of heal where you think there's going to be giant bombs. If it was scouted, you should already know where some of those are if it pulled any of those bombs. But yeah, so you can see the hogs come in just like this. Don't drop all the hogs right here. You have to have hogs here, and you need to have hogs coming from the top side so they can meet up in through the base like that. So you need to have like trailing hogs as well. It's very, very important to have some wizards like this cleaning up. Otherwise, you're going to time fail pretty much all the time. The wizards are key to getting down after the hogs so that they can then clean up all the stuff on the outside. And then they're going to move around as the hogs are moving around and getting everything down. Beautiful queen charge here by Hexagram, taking advantage of what the base kind of gave him to push straight into the middle like that. Beautiful job. Very easy funnel to get into the middle to the eagle. So let's go and take a look at the next one, and this is going to be Shaka Graham coming in with a Queen Walk Miners on Town Hall 11. So let's see what he decides to do. So he decides to drop the bow there. He's going to barely catch that army camp there, and it's going to go down after the skip damage. So that's a nice job right there. And then the Queen Walk is going to be on the top side of 12. So where's the king going to go? Well, the king's got to go on one side, either here or over here. He's got to go on the opposite side somewhere. So which side do you think he's going to go on? Well, let's go and wait and see which side Shaka Graham decides the king, because you have to use the king on the opposite side and then the miners and the warden down the middle. Where's the town hall? Town hall's over here. So that means the king is here. The wall wrecker is going to come this way, right? And then miners are like this. That's exactly how the miners are going to have to happen, because he's going to use the wall wrecker one to tank. So there it is. There goes the wall wrecker. And the miners are going to come in behind with the warden following the miners. There you go. Beautiful job. So kind of what he did here with the queen. Queen's ended up going to kind of follow in back into the base here. He thought the queen was going to walk this way. And his beautiful job, what he did here is because the queen could easily walk over here and doesn't have to worry about any Inferno Towers, because that's the locations of them. And pops the warden ability, gets through quite a bit of the base here. Enemy queen's about to go down. Dropping the heals over splash damage, the bomb tower, more splash damage. The lava popped because the queen ended up coming back into the base here. And look at this wall wrecker. It's still going. It's going to make its way all the way into the town hall compartment, drop some more miners, and very nice here as he kind of is pushing his way through the base. And he's got the top side miners, which he's probably going to drop a heal spell by that wizard tower up there. Let's go ahead and see. The queen stays up with the healers on her, so, and she still has ability, so she can definitely pick off all the stuff that's over here now. So he healed up these miners as they're going to move their way back around because they kind of split up there. And very nice job by Shaka Graham. Just kind of going to be able to overwhelm the rest of this base, especially with that queen and her ability still in the bag. Now let's just go ahead and times 2 through it. And the miners are kind of just moving around with the Warden Aurora kind of over them to give him a little bit more HP buff. And pops the queen ability to get through this pretty a little quicker. Warden tanked a little bit, and GG. That is a 3-star 11v11 queen walk into miners. And so the next one we're going to show is going to be a fresh 12v12, and this is going to be a bowler and witches. You guys have asked for some of these, and here we go. So Timmy comes in with the bow witch, and so let's go ahead and take giant bow witch in particular. So okay, so giant bow witch, what does he want to do? All right. So Giant Bow Witch is all about overwhelming and just getting all your troops on the board in the very beginning. So what he does is he drops his troops over here with one healer on this side, and he does the same thing over here. So you're going to see what he's doing is the bowlers and the witches kind of, their jobs are to walk down this way to create a funnel. Right, they're going to walk this way to create a funnel, they're going to walk this way to create a funnel, and then he's going to send his troops straight down the middle, just like this, to overwhelm the base. And look at this. He does this in like a minute and 45 seconds. He doesn't have to worry about time. This is just straight up, just try to overwhelm the base. Wall Wrecker is going to lead the charge. He's got to jump for the kind of further into the base because the Wall Wrecker is going to be responsible for the beginning portion. Out comes 2 dragons. This was a fresh hit. So he didn't know what was in the CC. He didn't know where any of the traps were. He ended up choosing the trap side, and he pops the Warden ability, drops the jump because the Wall Wrecker did not make it further into the base. He doesn't have another free spell, so he's fighting a multi-target Town Hall, multi-target Inferno. So he's just going to go ahead and just try to overwhelm it with a giant bomb right next to the Town Hall. GG, getting it done. And look, see, these bowlers up top, they were responsible for kind of up here. They're doing their job. These guys are down here doing their job. And then the queen and the king, warden, everyone's in the core doing their job. Nice job. Decides to giant bow witch this. And the whole objective is to get the funnel down and then just to overwhelm the whole base and get the main troops into the base. You got to make sure you have that jump spell for when the Wall Wrecker is going to get taken out so that your troops can funnel straight to where that jump is sending them. Can be a little difficult, but Timmy gets it done. Very nice hit on number 3, Ender, for the fresh 12v12 triple there, getting it done. And the final one that we're going to bring up on stream is going to be my hit on number 2. And let's go ahead and take a look at this one right here. So I come in with a Sui Lalo. I do have 30 loons. And I did know what was in the CC and some of the Teslas. So this was hit already by Town Hall 10. And he gave me an idea of what he did. Right, so he decided to send the Wall Wrecker right here into the Town Hall. He did get a 2-star. So I decided to send, all right, well, I'm going to drop a minion here to clear this. And I'm going to drop a wizard here to clear this. I'm going to drop the king right here. So he goes here, 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 here. And as the king steps into this range, all of these defenses, there's also a Tesla right here, are going to target the king and the wizard tower. Everything there is going to target the king. I'm then going to send the Wrecker in here with Valkyries, and their Valkyries' job is to, one, look at all the value you got here. They're going to take out an Expo. They're going to take out an air defense. They're going to take out the Town Hall and the queen. That's crazy value just for a Wrecker and Valks. And then I take out this with a Rage and Freeze, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop my queen up here because I want to pull the CC too, and then there's double dragons. They're both going to go up to the queen. I'm going to take them out. I don't even need a poison spell to kill the dragons. I drop them over the dragon to slow them down. And then the queen's job is to step up and grab all of this, right? So the Wall Wrecker removes all of this. King removes all of this. Queen removes all of this. and then we just Lalo this way. You'll see how overwhelming this base was. Yeah, there's a sweeper here, but that's not a big deal. We'll just fight through it, and let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's a absolute overwhelming attack. Had a lot of spells left. I believe I had a heal and a haste left over. Didn't need them. Getting it done. Don't put this much value like this in, and the queen and a CC pull all like that. That's just too much value in the same compartment, and it's not that difficult to get into. I mean, obviously this is not a CWL type war base that you would run, as this is kind of a regular kind of midweek farming war base, but it's still better than a lot of other people that have ring bases. And look at the value that the Valkyries got. Ended up killing the queen, the town hall, air defense. Maybe you'll see a base similar to this. You can do this strategy. And so then I go ahead and drop one archer at a time to pull the dragons up top so that they can be picked off by my queen. I do it one at a time slowly so that, as you can see here, the archers will need a shorter range, right? So they'll step in front of the queen and they'll tank the damage from the dragon. So the queen has no problem taking that dragon down. It doesn't even matter. And now I'm just like, all right, and I knew there were some corner Teslas, so I should drop some balloons. And so now it's all about, all right, so I removed all of this. The queen is going to remove this air defense. I'm going to hit her ability. And then it's just pathing right around, right? So if we think about the base, breaking it up like this, right? So here's the base. Actually, let's break it up like this. A little weird, but we'll do that. Or no, we'll actually do it like this. This is a little better. So the kill squad essentially removed all of this, right? So that was a kill squad, and now I'm on the edge of the kill squad, coming through the base like this, and they're gonna go like this. So essentially the air is gonna go like this, and around the base like that. So that's the air portion. Getting it done. I dropped double haste to fight the sweeper shot and to kind of get these balloons fast into the base. Ended up working because the eagle decides to target them, but they get inside the eagle range so that none of the shots, I don't think you even think one eagle shot, 1, 2, and 3 eagle shots all missed. Not even a single one hit any of my troops. Just the base design was just was absolutely taken advantage of. Still have the warden ability down here to warden. I decided to do it right before kind of that wizard tower, and look how many balloons are still on the table here. So if you can sue a wall wrecker with Valkyries into the town hall to kill the queen, to kill the town hall, whatever else value in there, take advantage of that, because that's a crazy amount of value. And you want to pick off the town hall if it's on the outside, because it can be devastating to an air attack. Now you see a lot more in the middle, which does make it harder to take down, but it's possible if you time the warden ability right. And there it is, the 3-star with the swag heal and the swag haste. WHF did get the victory. It was GG to everyone over in North Awakens. We did have the advantage of 2 more Town Hall 11s. And so that was fun. Had some practice attacks in the end and whatnot. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the bell, turn on the notifications so you know every time the videos do go up, so you can get notified. And if you guys aren't already, go ahead and follow my Twitch channel, which is down in the description below. It is an easy way to kind of catch me live and ask me questions while I'm live, and I can just answer and do things right there on the live stream. It's a lot of fun, especially on Sundays when the war attacks for CWL kick off, and you get to see my hits, at least my hits kick off. The wars kick off on Saturdays. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the WHF War Recap. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. CarbonFin signing out. Peace.